the class of 2023, I think that we have had the closest quarterback battle that we have ever seen in high school recruiting as to who really is the #1 quarterback in the class. Between Arch Manning, Malachi Nelson, Nico Ironmalavea, and Dante Moore, those 4 guys have separated themselves as being the top quarterbacks in the class. And honestly, it just depends on who you ask. Any one of those guys could be listed as the #1 quarterback in 2023. However, the class of 2024 has its own little bit of quarterback controversy. So today we're going to be taking a look at all of the 5-star quarterbacks in the class of 2024 and finding out who really is the #1 quarterback in the class of 2024. Be sure to leave this video a like, comment down below after you've watched all the quarterbacks. Who do you guys think is the #1 guy? And be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want these guys to go to your favorite school. And with that being said, let's jump straight into it. 3, 2, 1. Starting it off, we have DJ Lagway coming out of Willis High School in Willis, Texas. And as you can see, he's got a lightning quick release. Ooh. Rolling away from the body, squares up the hips, boom. Throws it right over that linebacker's head. That's a beautiful throw. DJ Lagway is definitely, he is one, like I said, the arm angles that he can get the ball out of are absolutely insane. And then he brings this mobility to his game as well. But he can literally deliver the ball. You could probably throw it behind his back and still make an accurate pass. This is a beautiful throw. This is just one of those. Honestly, this throw is a lot harder than it looks. It looks to be a very simple throw and catch, but to be able to stand here, put touch, that's something a lot of high school quarterbacks don't have. They're not able to have touch. This linebacker, you have to throw it over the ref and the linebacker, put enough spin on it and enough velocity so that this safety's not involved, but also lead him enough so that this corner's not involved, and leave it high and away. Like, that's a really good ball placement. And then he can just let it, just let it fly. Just literally flicks the wrist and just throws a 50-yard bomb like it's nothing. Oh my, yeah, no, look at this throw. He literally throws this right behind that linebacker's head. DJ Lagway has some absolutely incredible arm talent, but we're gonna have to see how he compares to the other 3 guys. But it's starting off hot. If he's the lowest ranked 5-star recruit, I gotta see what these other guys are looking like in direct comparison, because DJ Lagway, he's looking to be him out here. Next up, we got a guy who has been in the spotlight for a little while now as being one of the best quarterbacks in the class of 2024 in Jaden Davis. This guy has a cannon for a arm. He could absolutely spin the ball and he could let it go for miles. I mean, just look at the ball placement. He's absolutely leaving it to the outside shoulder. He has a very, very special arm. Keeping his eyes downfield even with pressure. And again, he just has arm strength for days. Like, literally, as long as he can see you, he can get the ball to you. And again, look at where this ball is. First off, he's on the opposite hash. And then he's throwing it to the other side of the field and leaving it outside. He's giving his receiver a chance to where if he's not catching it, then it's just going to go out of bounds and he's going to miss. He's not leaving it to the inside. That's the worst place that you could possibly miss on deep passes, is inside the field. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, Jaden Davis is a guy that we've been looking at for a while now. He's definitely a guy that people have had their eye on. I will say he does have a little bit of a looping motion to his throwing motion, which you would like to see kind of like taken out a little bit, but that's something that he can keep on working on as he continues to progress. But I mean, again, that quick throwing motion, he can spin it with the best of them. He definitely is a very intriguing quarterback to be looking at in the class of 2024. The next guy that we're going to be taking a look at is Julian Sand, coming out of Carlsbad High School in Carlsbad, California. So I haven't heard a whole lot about this guy, but every time I see the recruiting rankings, he's ranked as the 2nd best quarterback in the class. So I got to see, because there's some, like I said, there's a lot of talent at quarterback in the class of 2024. So for him to be the 2nd best guy, especially with the #1 guy that we're going to get to here in a second, it's very high praise. So let's see how he can spin the ball. Yo, okay, he just flipped the hips and just said, yeah, I'll make that throw. Leave it to the outside too. Hey, normally you do not want to be throwing the ball late over the middle, but if you are, make sure you got enough arm talent to get it out there. with pressure in his face. Okay. Gets the ball out quickly and delivers a dime out there. And last but certainly not least, we have the consensus #1 quarterback in the class 2024 and the #1 player in the entire class, regardless of position, in Dylan Raiola. This guy, very Patrick Mahomes-esque. I know a lot of people have been saying like, oh, like every single time a quarterback comes out, everybody's trying to find the replacement of him, but he really does remind me of a Patrick Mahomes. Just his ability to just flick his wrist and the ball just goes for miles. Also, with just his overall playing style and his mannerisms, he actually does remind me a lot of a Patrick Mahomes. But yeah, this kid, just arm talent for days. Like look at where he's missing this ball. He's throwing that from the 50 and he's throwing it out of the back of the end zone pretty much. Like, that is an insane miss. Like, obviously you would like to see him hit that receiver, but that's a 60-yard bomb, just like a nuke in air. Yeah, Dylan Raiola, this guy, arm talent for days. I mean, just look at this ball from the opposite hash and leaves this literally in the corner of the end zone. Like, that is an impossible throw to make as a high schooler, but Dylan Raiola is making that, and these are his sophomore year highlights. He doesn't have any highlights from his junior year, so look at this throw. He's rolling away and just whoop. Yeah, Dylan Raiola has some of the best arm talent that I've seen coming out of high school, especially from a sophomore. This guy, he is him. So those are what all of the 5-star quarterbacks look like in the class of 2024. I want you guys right now to go comment down below. How would you guys rank these guys? I'm gonna give you a quick second because I would not have these guys ranked in the order that they are in. Me personally, I would have Dylan Raiola still at #1. I think that it is quite clear that he is the #1 quarterback in the class of 2024. I mean, his arm talent, he can also move too. We weren't able to see, it's a little bit later on in his highlight tapes, but he can move around a little bit as well. He can scramble around a little bit. So I think that it is quite clear that Dylan Raiola is the #1 quarterback in the class of 2024. DJ Lagway is my #2 guy. I don't know how there's 2 other guys listed ahead of him. His arm talent and his ability to just get the ball out from all different type of arm angles, his mobility. I think that DJ Lagway is the 2nd best quarterback in the class of 2024, and I think when it's all said and done, he will be ranked as such. I think that Jaden Davis is the 3rd best quarterback in the class, and I think Julian Sayin is the 4th best quarterback in the class. It's not that I just didn't see anything that Julian Sand was doing infinitely better than what the other guys were doing, but there were the things that the other guys were doing that Julian Sand wasn't doing. Like, yeah, it's cool that he could throw the ball back across the field, but you weren't able to see, like, he wasn't making like super accurate throws deeply that I don't think that the other quarterbacks can make. Like I said, there was just nothing that Julian Sand was doing that I don't think the other quarterbacks could do. So how I would have my list is Dylan Raiola #1, DJ Lagway #2, Jaden Davis as #3, and Julian Sand as #4. Comment down below how you would rank these guys. I think that the class 2024 is in great hands when it comes to quarterbacks. I want to also see what guys start stepping up, what guys start creeping their way up in the quarterback rankings as we get more into the 2024 season next year. But hey, it is exciting times. Be sure to comment down below your guys' list. Be sure to leave this video a like and also hit that subscribe button if you want any of these guys to go to your favorite school. And with that being said, I love and appreciate all y'all. Now we'll catch you guys in the next video. Ciao.